up guys, Amy the Critical Virgo. Welcome back to another Fragrance Friday. So some of you have seen this wheel, what was it, like last week, right? So we're getting our way through it. Just need to work through it because this has been in my closet for like, what, 3 years, and I barely talked about it. So we're doing this, the past week and a half, I've been playing around with this one fragrance. I wore it a few times, not every day, just kind of here and there when I was in the mood to try something new. And I'm gonna give it a stab at saying, well, first off, this is from Etat Libre, obviously from the wheel. And this one is Putain de Palaces? No, Palaces. Putain de Palaces. Something like that. Anyway, translates to palace. And then the second word, I've been trying to figure out how to say this the best way I could without getting demonetized, you know? It rhymes with more, and it would be a bad word to describe a female, I'm not even gonna say woman, a female, who gets around a lot with a lot of people. I'm not gonna gender it because we don't know her preference, but yes, so it would be a palace and then the second word as described. And yeah, the word that rhymes with more starts with a W. Okay, so that's that. The description that they give for this is ritual of a femme fatale. And it says, roses, violets, and lilies of the valley are threatened with animal notes. This is not a love scent. It's a boudoir scent, a temptress of fragrance for the fantasy of a seduction. All right, give you guys the notes like I always do, and then I'll get into it. This fragrance has a lot of things that I genuinely really enjoy. It's got some Rose Absolute, and you guys know I am a sucker for a good rose fragrance. This also has some violet, and I also big fan of violet fragrances too. It has leather, I'll get into that in a minute. Rice powder, not really sure where they were going with that because I put my nose into a bag of rice and it didn't really smell like much. Also has some Lily of the Valley, as it said in the insert. There's also some Mandarin, ginger, amber, and it also listed some Animalic notes in the insert. So if I had to pick some words to describe this one, it would have to be, it is a very powdery, feminine, sweet floral fragrance that sits on top of some very soft leather. The opening, so this is where a lot of people are gonna get turned off straight away, and it is because when you first spray this on, it is a powder bomb. It smells just like Johnson & Johnson baby powder. That's the first thing I thought, like exactly like that. And then very quickly, you know, within a matter of minutes, actually, it starts to dry down. And the powderiness it's there from beginning to end, but the scent develops. And then you start to notice like those sweet florals, that freshness, the spiciness comes out a little bit more. And the opening, honestly, is just, it's not my favorite. I'm not a huge powdery fragrance fan. So I totally get where a lot of people came from with this, as far as it being like a turn off and a negative. And then when it dries down, it actually turns into something really beautiful. If you can get past that opening with that extreme powderiness, that's when you start to get like this really soft musk, a very light leather. And again, it sits over a very sweet, powdery, floral scent. Now for the florals, the thing that I noticed the most in this has to be the violet. I didn't really get a lot of rose. I'm not mad about that though. I think that it was really nice, but the note that stands out the most, without a doubt, has to be the violet. I get a lot of violet. There is a really nice muskiness overall, and I kind of lose a lot of the other stuff with how powdery this is. It's not bad. I would say overall, you know, it's a very sexy fragrance. it would also be a very versatile fragrance. The projection is not enormous on this once it dries down. It is kind of like a personal-ish kind of scent. I barely notice this. I might at best get, you know, 6 inches to a foot of projection, if at all. But because of that, you know, it makes a very versatile fragrance. I find it best for like daytime, but it would also make a really nice warm weather date night scent. This is a very feminine fragrance. I find a lot of men are going to struggle with wearing this one just because of how powdery it is. And, you know, it really also comes down to how you feel about violet. I know a lot of guys don't like violets. It can be one of those make or break notes. As far as age goes, you know, it's pretty open. I think if it's in your budget, then go for it. I think this is another one of their really great name marketing fragrances. It's not bad. It's actually quite interesting, and I really did enjoy my time with it. The longevity on it, you know, I struggle with longevity with Etat Libre. Sometimes it's great, and then a lot of other times it's a miss. This one for me, I get about half day's wear out of it. It's nothing amazing. I definitely can see the imagery that they were going for with this. It's supposed to invoke an image of, like, you know, an encounter with the palace. And it's that scent that kind of like lingers, and I get it because it's like that sexy, sultry, powdery, leathery, little floral. I would actually like to see some patchouli. I feel like a name like this deserves some patchouli because, yeah, you can research all that. Anyway, price wise, it's pretty standard. I didn't really see this one on like a lot of discount retailer websites, but I did see a lot of people selling their bottles on like eBay and stuff. I don't know if I'd really trust it. 50 mils is gonna run you $95. Again, haven't really seen it on a lot of discount websites. So overall, I really enjoyed it. It's not something that I'm gonna personally pick up because I don't think I would get a lot of use out of it, but I did enjoy my time sampling it and just playing around with it. I do have about half of the sample left, so it's something that I can always dabble in if I choose to. Hope you guys enjoyed this. If you have any questions, you know where to put them down below. Till next Friday, it'll be another Etat Libre fragrance, obviously, because I have a few more to go in here. But yeah, come back for that. Hope you guys enjoy this. Till next Friday, guys. Bye.